Hey, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Thank you for joining me. Like I said right now, I've been working on this piece, and people do not understand when you're trying to put together content and you got a job, this is very, very tedious. So what I do is I do this on a part-time level, and sometime right now we're trying to find time to put the right content together is extremely, extremely hard. So shout out to all those guys that's out there that doing YouTube, like what I'm saying, the Hashan Campbell, Miss T, Infomine, Unique, Mecca Audio, Queen Flips, all those guys is out there, all viral asset. I'm saying, man, look, right now, hats off to y'all because once again, you do a hell of a job. Also, shout out to my man, Ken. Check out his YouTube channel, Ken Urell from the 75 Precinct. Right now, he got a YouTube channel called Betrayal in Blue. Betrayal in Blue. Check it out. You know what? Today, what I'm going to speak about right now, I'm going to speak about crack, cocaine, corruption, and conspiracy. My brother, I'm saying a good guy, Sansom Style, aka Born. Right now, he's part of his documentary, him and Miss T and a lot of other individuals called Crack, Cocaine, Corruption, Conspiracy. I had the opportunity to be a part of that. I, turned it down, but shout out to Sansom Style, Born. That's my brother from Pink Houses, East New York. Right now, I love what he's doing. Like I say, check him out. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. Support anything that he's doing, man, because once again, he's heading in the right direction. But even right now, I'm going to speak on that. Crack. What is crack, folks? Crack is a free-based form of cocaine that can be smoked. Crack offers a short, intense high to smokers. The Manual of Adolescent Substance Abuse Treatment call it the most addictive form of cocaine. Okay? Now, sit back and think about it. Cocaine, also known as coke, is a strong stimulant most frequently used as a recreation drug. It is commonly snorted, inhaled as smoke, or dissolved and injected into a vein. Mental effect may include intense feeling of happiness, sexual arousal, loss of contact with reality. Okay? Now, corruption, dishonest or illegal behavior, especially by powerful people such as elected official or law enforcement agent. Conspiracy. In criminal law, a conspiracy is an agreement between two or more persons to commit a crime sometime in the future. Okay? Now, I say all that to say this. You cannot pay grown-up child pay to do one of the most dangerous jobs in the United States of America. During the time frame of 1981 to 1991, New York City, the five borough, was averaging over 1,600 murders per year. And the starting pay for a rookie NYPD officer during that time frame for risking their life as a rookie in 1981, they made what? $19,000. As a rookie, 1984, $20,000. As a rookie in 1988, $25,000. When rookie NYPD Edward Byrne was murdered at 3:10 a.m. Thursday, February 26, 1988, as he sat in his patrol car, earning a honest but measly $25,000 a year for doing one of the most dangerous jobs in society. The morning of his death, Edward Byrne, he made $96.15. In a union environment, it is stated a fair day's wages for a fair day's work. It was nothing fair about that. Under any situation or circumstance, it was nothing fair about that man losing his life on his job for $96.15 for that day. May his soul rest in peace and his spirit be lifted. Law enforcement, firefighter, doctor, nurses, COs, teacher should all receive top dollar for putting their life on the line day in and night out. When you have honest people who want to do what is politically correct, you know what I'm saying, by protecting and serving others and placing their lives on the line, raiding drug, you know what I'm saying, in stash houses, finding a vast amount of money in drug, which is very tempted to any law-abiding citizen who is struggling to survive and provide for themselves and family. Everyone like to say what they will and will not do when the time comes. Until you are face to face with that situation, you honestly do not know what you will do until the opportunity presents itself. In other words, let he or she, without sin, cast the first stone. I, Brian Glaze Gibbs, have seen firsthand what crack, cocaine, corruption, and conspiracy have destroyed so many lives on all sizes, such as, you know what I'm saying, ex-police officer Ken Urell, Mike Dow, and so many others. I did not have any direct dealing, you know what I'm saying, with these individuals, but I did have my own ups and downs and mishap with other officer from the infamous 75th precinct. Like even right now, when I sit back and I think about it, being a kid, okay? I'm talking about right now from, 16, 17. Look, every time I got snatched up, me, Tut, or me and anybody else by the 75th, you know what? You didn't know what to expect. Right now, as we sit back and we think about it, when we think of the 75th precinct, we thinking about an incident that took place on Thanksgiving Day in 1976 with a young man that, I'm talking about Randy Evans. May his soul rest in peace. He was shot. He was murdered on Thanksgiving by an NYPD. So automatically right now is, guess what? We as young black boys, we as young black men, guess what? When it come down to NYPD, we was leery. We was like, skeptical. We was quote unquote afraid. Because once again, Randy, may his soul rest in peace, didn't do anything. Randy was what, 15 years old? 16 the most? He got murdered in 1976. Why? Because this individual right now lost his mind. Okay? I'm talking about right now and then not only that, what was the justification? Okay, he had mental illness. Something happened. Right now, he beat the case. He went to Creedmoor. He beat the case. He killed one of us. A young black teenager that had a whole life ahead of him. But he was executed, executioner style, by this individual. And right now, nothing was done about it. So when you sit back, when you grew up in that type of area or that type of environment, yes, you are leery. You are, okay, you're going to be aware, especially when you're doing something wrong, because once again, we are taught they cannot be trusted. And that's not true for everyone. I'm saying trust is not given, trust is earned. And that's what we as people have to understand. But even back then, right now, I'm not trying to make my behavior justified. I'm not trying to make anybody that I hung with back in that period of time action justified, because it wasn't justified. Because once again, right now, we want to be slick. We want to be down. We want to be cool. We want to make a fast dollar by any means necessary. And you know what? Chances are to make a fast dollar, guess what? You have to commit a crime. Okay? When you sit back and you look at it and you see all these individuals that went out there, and when you look at it, as I say, as far as earlier, right now in 1981, I was 17. I was, 17 years old. And I'm watching 19 years old. I'm saying, 1981, as I'm 17, and you're watching individuals starting as far as NYPD, guess what? $19,000 a year. Okay, sit back and think about it. That's money, but what can you do with 19,000? Okay, and what I'm just trying to say right now is, even as time go on, the salary went up to 20,000. Even if you working, you putting your life on the line as a NYPD, as law enforcement. You putting your life on the line, being shoot at, pow, 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 pow. It's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. You can get up and you had a good day or whatever. You go and do your job or whatever. And then right now you can get your head blown off, or you can get shot at. You don't know when it's going to happen. You can respond. I don't care what it is, whether it's a burglary, a robbery, whether domestic violence, Whatever he responds to, you know what I'm saying, shoplifting. You know what? Here it is each and every time. If you on that side and you out there to protect and serve, you can lose your life just like that. And guess what? Honest day, what they say, honest day wages for honest day work. It don't add up. Honest day wages for honest day pay. How could that add up? You can lose your life. Like I say right now, when Edward Byrne was executed on February 26th, sitting there in a car that morning, he made $96.15. You know, sit back and think about it, folks. What society, people have to do as a whole, take care of your people. If you take care of your people take care of you. There's no effing in about that. You know, but right now, we as society, we as the United States, we as the world, we fail people. We fail them miserably because right now, guess what? The intention is to do the right thing. But here it is, when you underpay people of value, then guess what? We setting them up to do what? We setting them up to fail in a big way. You know what? Look at the temptation. I'm talking about right now is I'm making $19,000. I'm supposed to be serve and protect. And then I go on drug raids. You know, I'm busting down drug dealers. And right now, they stash houses. They got hundreds and hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. And right now, it's me trying to be a law-abiding citizen. Guess what? I want to do it right the first time. I want to do the right thing. But then again, I'm struggling. I'm married, got a couple kids. And right now I'm struggling for my salary, from my $19,000, you know what I'm saying, a year, to my $20,000 a year, to my $25,000 a year. I'm struggling to make ends meet. I'm struggling to put food on my table. I'm struggling to provide for me and my family. So the difference is temptation. You know, somebody come along with a plot, a scheme, conspiracy theory that can help me, you know what I'm saying, get out of my present predicament and provide for me and mine. I'm already putting my life on the line. What do you think I'm going to do? Anybody in their rightful state of mind, what do you think they're going to do? It's all about survivalship. And that's what people have to understand. That's what life is all about. It's not what we do, it's how we do it. But the objective is you got to do it right the first time. So what we have to do is stop setting good people up. You know, and how do we set people up, good people up? By giving them, you know, I'm talking about these little, you know, underpaid salary. You know, here it is, people getting shot at. I'm talking about people getting beat down, people getting run over. I'm talking about trying to protect and serve. That's not the way. We as people, as a group, as a unit, as unity, what we have to do is we have to do better. Everybody have to come together as one, as a whole, and, you know, be on that same level. You know what I'm saying? Pay people what they deserve. It's out there. They got money to do everything else, but they don't have money to take care of the good people. I'm just saying you have to take care of people. You know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to speak about, you know, my experience, my corruption, dealing with the 7-5. Okay, here it is right now in this book. Okay, get your signed copy, Beyond Lucky, the Glaze Gibbs story. A true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption. This is my life. This is my ministry. And what I do is I speak about, you know what I'm saying, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So in order to get your signed copy, email me, Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs, 1201 @yahoo.com. Order your signed copy, okay? I'm telling you, this is a blueprint that would help your child, my child, the future generation, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephew. I'm saying the kids in your neighborhood. It would help them to stop making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. I give you the good, I give you the bad, I give you the ugly. There's nothing candy coated about this. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use my personal life experience and share it with those that are willing to listen, to get them to understand. Stop picking up that brick, throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing. Because what? Crime doesn't pay. I did it. Been there, done that. It's not worth it. Okay. Here it is right now. I'm going to read my experience with, I'm saying, some of the 75th precinct. I remember a time that, like I said right now, I committed a crime. I was guilty of that crime, but they didn't have enough evidence to convict me on that crime. They didn't have enough evidence to charge me on that crime. So what happened was, they allow, individual go down there, came down to the precinct and told them that, me, Brian Glaze Gibbs, my buddy, Walter King Tut, that we shot at this guy on Atlantic Avenue by the White Castle, and we chased him into the White Castle restaurant. And right now he say, here it is, it's over. I'm talking about probably 150, 200 people in that crowded, squared White Castle, okay? Because that restaurant, if you look at it, that little fast food chain, it's shaped like a square. So like over 100 to 150 people over there. He say, me and Walter Johnson, A.K. King Tut, chase him in there. One Saturday morning, April of 1986. And we went in there. And I was shooting at him as he zagged down across the street, Atlantic Avenue. And he went into the fast food. And I came in after him. And I grabbed him, tried to drag him out. And he said, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. And here it is. People, common sense. Where the witness at? It's over 150 people in this place waiting for their fast food. Okay, why nobody right now behind the counter at White Castle call 911? Okay, because it never happened. That never happened. This individual lied on me because right now, guess what? He's under the fluids. He was under the fluids of drugs. And basically right now, he got kicked out of his apartment and he was trying to get back in with his family and he made up the story. So right now guess what? Being that I was guilty as sin, he went and told his family member that, his moms and that. And they said right now, look, they knew he was lying, but they didn't care. They said, look, what you going to do? You going to go down to the police station and you're going to tell them that. And that's what he did. He went down to the police station and he told them that bootleg story. And you know what? Here it is right now. That was Saturday morning. That Monday afternoon, me and Walter Johnson with my man from the A-team, a few of us, right now we was in the car together. And we was going down, New Lots. And I forgot the side block, but we was picked up. We was surrounded by a bunch of 75 precinct. All this, like I'm talking about probably about, 10, 15 blue and white cop cars and homicide detective. They pick us up. And when they stopped us, gun draw, we get it, they come up on us, asking our name or whatever. So you know what? They arrested me, they arrested Tut, and they took us in. So to me, like right now, when we got back to 75th precinct, here it is right now. They say, yo, everybody clapping when I got there. We got Glaze, okay? So, you sit back and you think about it. Like, folks, don't get me wrong. I was not that crime, the attempted murder that we shot at him on the Langham, never happened. But they used that to cooperate, to take me to trial and rearrest me for murder charge that I was guilty of. I'm going to tell you another thing. Okay, here it is. Jacked by detective. With the Dominicans out of the way, managing our territory and our people was a full-time job. The street was like the Wild West, Europe in the Mid-East early days. If you wasn't taking over an area, someone was taking over, and sometimes you got jacked. And that was true. One late night, heading back from Bed-Stuy, driving my two-tone black and silver Cadillac Seville, I was jacked. Bad guys being robbed by other bad guys. Being a drug dealer, and to avoid being stopped, I should have been driving a beat-up Chevy, but I didn't. Dead tired, I made a left turn at Route Pacific, heading home to Cypress, okay? Man, timing. I was less than a block, from home. They say that's the distance most car accidents happen. Anyway, I was pulled over on Belmont and Euclid, okay? That's what anybody that know about that area, that's what Chris, Jamaican Chris, he had his little spot there, So I was stopped there, okay? And when I was stopped by two, detective, okay? Here it is right now, two white detectives in an unmarked car, thinking I didn't have a license. As I pull over and stop to the curb, they asked me to get out of the car, which I thought that was too polite. Their youngest detective, okay, started searching the car, and suddenly he pulled out a package wrapped in aluminum foil, and under the passenger seat, he looked at me with a grin on his face and asked, what's this? Okay? I was like Scooby-Doo. Okay? So right now, he's opened up the aluminum As he opened up the aluminum foil, okay, and he see all white powder, 9 ounces of pure heroin, okay? So the bottom line is right now, him and Sarge, they look at that, look at me, look back down, okay? Look at me, look back down. Look at me, look back down. The last time they looked back down, listen, I did like what did Jam Master say? Okay, what did DMC? What did DMC say to, you know what I'm saying? Jam Master, they say, run, 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 run. I ran as fast as I could, you know? And right now, listen, folks, sit back and think about it. That was 9 ounces of heroin, okay? So they found it. And I ran like crazy. Where's the gunshot? No gunshot, no nothing. I'm glad it wasn't, because I wouldn't be here now to tell the story. I ran as fast as I could, you know, ran for dear life. I got up to my Cypress apartment, you know what I'm saying, my Cypress headquarters, you know what I'm saying, 1266 South Avenue, apartment 4B. And I'm talking about right now, I got in and I hit all the lights out and I'm exhausted, I'm tired. You know, right now, I'm scared to death. Right now, they just found heroin in my car. Okay? So the difference is, you know what I did? The car was not registered in my name. It was registered in somebody else's name, a Goody Two Shoes at the time, my man Amari. You know, Amari was at work in Terrytown, up there near Sing Sing. He's working at General Motors at the time. So the difference was, I called my lawyer the next morning, you know, because once again, I'm talking about an ounce of heroin, you get life. So I'm already a 4-time loser. So right now, they definitely was going to slam me. The difference was, report the car stolen. I followed instruction of my lawyer, Murray Cutler. Murray Cutler, so rest in peace. And he told me what to do. What happened was right now was Amari report the car stolen. Okay, here it is right now is they never reported the 9 ounce. I'm saying the Sarge, okay, tall, slender, older gentleman and a young detective, they kept it. So the difference, when you sit back and you think about it, okay, right now, back then, that was probably back then, I think ounce of heroin was going for like anywhere from 6 to 8,000 an ounce. So you talking about right now is, guess what? On an average, you talking about right now, that was probably like $45,000 to $54,000 right there. That, guess what? Of heroin that they had, pure heroin. So they didn't report that. And you know what? Was I mad? No, I was not mad. Because once again, I understand what the circumstance could have been. People, sit back and think about it right now. You know what? Everybody's not bad. Sometimes it takes unfortunate situation. Sometimes it takes desperate situation that turn people in bad. That cause, like right now, what we talked about when I first started. When I talked about these words right here. Crack, cocaine, corruption, conspiracy. Crack is a free base, a form of cocaine that can be smoked, okay? Crack offer a short, instant high, you know what I'm saying, to smoker. The manual of adolescent substance abuse treatment call it the most addictive form of drug. Cocaine, also known as coke, is a strong stimulant that most frequently used as a recreation drug. It is commonly snorted, inhaled as a smoke, or dissolved, injected into a vein. Mental effect may include an intense feeling of happiness, okay, sexual arousal, loss of contact with reality, corruption, dishonest or illegal behavior, especially by powerful people such as elected official or law enforcement agency. Conspiracy. In criminal law, a conspiracy is an agreement between 2 or more persons to commit a crime sometime in the future. And what I'm just trying to say right now is, folks, we all don't start off bad, but guess what? Desperate people do desperate things. And right now is, guess what? Never place yourself in a situation to be desperate, to cause you to do desperate things. What I'm saying is right now is, I am Brian Glaze Gibbs. This is my story. Hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on IG, Brian Glaze Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? Once again, get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book. This is a true story of change and redemption. You know what I'm saying? Email me to order your signed copy. Brian, Brian, Gibbs, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. If I can change, anyone change. Get your merch, Teespring. You know what I'm saying? Get your merch. Like I tell you right now, Wiz, it's all about change, redemption. Right now, in order to change, you have to want to change. Where do change come from? Change comes from within. One love. Peace.